Anyway, Michelle Obama. Did we elect Michelle Obama? No? Oh, okay. Well, she's in charge of the dietary requirements for your children. And not just your children, for you. And not just for you, but for restaurants. And not just for restaurants, but at movie theaters like popcorn. Who knew? Does she have a degree in this stuff or something? No? Is the Obama family, are they eating all organic and tofu-y? I don't think so. Every time we get a picture of him when nobody's looking, he's shoving a greasy hamburger in his face. And she's shoving all kinds of stuff in her face, too. Let's just be honest. I don't know what she's eating. I mean, I don't think it's all asparagus. Anyway, Michelle Obama at Park Lawn Elementary School in Virginia today. I'm going to tell you something. I'm getting so sick of this. Are we not adults? Do we not have to feed ourselves and our children? Do we really need the government and the First Lady to tell us what to do? Well, let me put it to you this way. 5 years ago, when nobody knew who she was, did you care what she thought about nutrition? No. And what the hell does she know about nutrition? Nothing. By the way, what was with the blue dress? That's a whole other story. Here's Michelle Obama. Cut 10, go.
When we send our kids to school, we have a right to expect that they won't be eating the kind of fatty, salty, sugary foods that we're trying to keep from them when they're at home. If left to their own devices, many of our kids would eat candy for breakfast. They follow it up with a few French fries for lunch and cookies and chips for snacks, and then they come home for a big chocolate sundae for dinner.
By the way, I pick up on all these affectations. You notice all that, Mr. Producer? Can we play that again? That's him. She's, go ahead.
When we send our kids to school, we have a right to expect that they won't be eating the kind of fatty,
that's
salty...
enough. Now, number one, do you know any kids who eat candy for breakfast, French fries for lunch, cookies and chips for snacks, and then come home and eat a big chocolate sundae for dinner? I mean, you know people who do this on a regular basis? This is how absurd it's gotten. And are you annoyed with the First Lady telling you what your kids should eat in school? I did that story yesterday, the L.A. school district. These kids are throwing all their food away. Oh, look at that. Vegetarian food. Get rid of it. They're bringing in their own food, or they're buying food that they want on the so-called black market outside of their school. So now we have a black market for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or something. Massive amounts of food being thrown away, massive amounts of tax dollars being wasted. Now, I myself, I like fatty, salty, sugary foods. Look at me. It didn't hurt me. Look at me, Mr. Producer. I'm doing just fine. Thank me. But does this not fit the mold? What I should have done today, and I didn't think of it until now, and it's too late, was go to Chapter 3 in Maritopia. Those of you who have it, you may want to check it out. Thomas More's Utopia, where the power elites decide what you're going to eat every day, what you're going to wear every day. Now, this is serious business, ladies and gentlemen. Why should the government or the First Lady or whomever limit themselves to telling your kids what to eat in school? What stops them from telling your kids what to wear every day to school? And I'm not talking about whether wearing a proper clothing or not. I'm talking about what to wear. Well, what stops them? Particularly if we lose on this individual mandate thing in the health care law, I can just see the federal government's lawyers going in one court after another, wherever somebody objects to being pushed around, using that Supreme Court precedent as a basis for endless government intervention, compelling you to do things you don't want to do and compelling your children to do things that you may not want them to do. That's the problem. All this stuff sounds so good. It's so alluring. Oh, it's so. Why do you think she's doing it? Not only makes her look good, but it gives you a warm, fuzzy feeling, doesn't it? Oh, yeah. Even when I was going to school, and they had a school lunch program, you had a wide variety of things to choose from. Some healthy, some less healthy. But it wasn't all crap. You could pick pizza. I never ate the pizza. It tasted like cardboard with ketchup on it. But still, pizza is not that bad when it comes to nutrition. There's a lot worse. You might be able to get a hamburger. You get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You could get a bologna sandwich. You could get these different things. I mean, the purpose of the school is to make sure you have something to eat when you're in school. I assume the lunch program. It's not to take over the entire dietary control over the children. That's up to the family, the parent, or the parents. Now, if it's the position of Michelle Obama and her left-wing ilk, that parents or a parent, that parents are incapable of controlling what their children eat or deciding what their children should eat, then why do these people get to vote? I'm serious about this. If people, and maybe that'll happen one day, if people are too stupid that they would feed their kids candy for breakfast, a few French fries for lunch, cookies and chips for snacks, and big chocolate sundae for dinner, and allow them to eat like this, why do we want them voting? If they're too stupid to feed their kids decently, if they can, then I don't want them voting for our leaders, do you? This is the problem. This is what I said the other day. The issue isn't what does the government regulate. The issue is what doesn't the government regulate. This isn't good government. This is preposterous.